So they unleash the no-look full-court alley-oop. Who said long-distance relationships don't work? And don't think I missed the 22-5 score. They really are a bully.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon, on the banks of the beautiful Willamette River. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with... Now, we'll look at Galveston's starting lineup. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Burke. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Junior. And it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Lillard with it. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. McCollum dishes to Ewing. McCollum against Doncic. Shot clock at 5. McCollum no good. And the Mavericks with possession. Now coming into the league with immense potential. Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Ariza uses the glass to finish the layup.
Man, love the size Ariza has down low, using his long arms to get off shots inside.
Burke kicks to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
And, of course, you cannot forget just how dominant his shot blocking was in that game. Just changed the entire complexion of that game.
Here's Doncic. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Passes to Lillard. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
And it's good. 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Count that bucket.
And Coach can thank Junior's vision for this one. Watches how the floor is moving and spots the open man.
There's the pass to Porzingis. Now here's Burke, covered by Lillard. Pass to Doncic. Out to the wing. A wide open look here for Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Really easy to understand why many are high on Porzingis. This guy is a terrific offensive player.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. So Portland ends up going with the new group. We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. And Junior throws it down.
Good intensity from Junior here. Boxes out to win the rebound and goes right back up for the score.
And the Player of the Week winners being announced recently, and Junior Greg taking the honors for the first time in his career.
And it's no surprise as Junior was simply magnificent this week.
One shot.
Completely carried his team to victories, and he gets some well-deserved recognition.
And that one misses.
Well, I tell you, look at Junior, and it's all about doing what's best for the team with him.
On the court for the Mavericks. Green is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Burke, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Warriors, was a man on a mission. He added 27 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Zingas, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Pass to McCollum. Over Doncic. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Mavericks leading by 7.
I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Lillard outside. Beyond the arc. He's off on that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
When he keeps his emotions in check, Green is a fantastic leader on the court. He can run a little hot, but there's no doubting his drive, his willingness to do whatever it takes to win.
No good from Ewing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Doncic. A beautiful reverse layup. And now it's a 12-point Maverick lead. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looked so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And Portland making a change here. Nurkic has checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Bielitz has checked in.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Burke with it. Anthony on him. 5 on the clock. The drive by Doncic. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct.
just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's McCollum. The Trailblazers rebound. Junior the pass to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Dallas leading by 14. And here's Doncic from the arc. No good on that one. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the third of the four straight at home.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Burke looking over the floor. And the dunk by Bielitsa.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
7 seconds left in the first half. Here's Junior. Tries again, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Dallas. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them.
Both free throws good from Ewing. And so it's Dallas. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's...
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Ewing is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Pass to Finney-Smith. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Now Lillard, 8 points for him. Kicks it out to McCollum. The 3. And it's Lillard missing.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Doncic dishes to Burke. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Oh, drew the foul, almost hit the 3. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Mavericks leading by 9. Doncic feeling it out. Here's Porzingis, and he can't bank that one in. Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3, and the shot goes in. Ewing's got 12.
And what muscle from Junior, welcoming the contact and just pushing his way through.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. There's Green with the 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Here's Anthony. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Brunson. 5 points in the game. Now, here's Bielitsa. Now the pass to Brunson. Doncic outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over a reason. It's hauled in by Ewing. Ewing's got 9 rebounds now tonight. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Doncic against Ariza. Doncic with the bucket.
Well, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
Lillard surveying the D. And the miss. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Mavericks ahead, leading by 10. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Best thing we got is just keep the ball moving, keep the floor space, keep attacking them.
And acting like their overall activity on offense, he likes that, obviously. Rick hoping they can just sustain it now.
Yeah, you know the other side's going to come out with defensive adjuncts. Coach isn't worried about that yet. Just wants his guys to keep running the offense the right way.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. All right, now a chance to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Bielitsa. Jalen Brunson out there with Seth Curry. And there's Porzingis, and it's Green in at the 4 spot. Trailblazers trail by 8. It's McCollum on the wing to the middle. Here's Ewing. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Trey Burke comes in for Jalen Brunson. Right wing. Lillard from outside. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Pass to Green. Dallas moving the ball around. To the wing on the left. Here's Porzingis. Not going to go that time. Great defense that time from Ewing.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
He misses the free throw. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And it's Ariza with the ball for the Trailblazers. Lillard misses.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Green kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Burke. Here's the three. Another three for Dallas.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Ariza outside. McCollum finds Lillard. Portland again missing.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that three a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Finney-Smith passes to Green. Floats one up. Anthony with the defensive effort. Trailblazers trail by 15. Lillard attacking, and the shot is good.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Dallas calls timeout.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Porzingis with the steal. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Green, the pass to Finney-Smith. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Clock at 6. Doncic outside. Launches a three. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 11. Shoots over Doncic. Another shot. Here's Junior. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Porzingis.
And uses the pump fake to punish the defense. Junior understands how to keep defenders guessing.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lillard outside. Over Burke. Portland no good that time either.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here are the Mavericks now. Well, for the Mavericks, they can just run out the clock.
Ball. Hey, ball.
And here's Barea.
Yo, watch him.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Hey, good to see you. Great game. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Get your mind right. Hey, hit me up.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Look at the next one.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Help him. This right. Oh, you outside, baby.
Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Turn it up. Turn it up. Hey.
Ball, huh?
Shoot that all you. Help him out. Get mine. Shot forward. Get forward. We need the rebound. I see him. I see him. Get mine. Get mine.
Now we're rolling.
Come on now, baby.
Come on, focus.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Finish that. Hey, nice dunk.
Get your mind right.
Hey, see you later, man.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Focus. Focus.
Hey, he can ball, huh?
I got it. I got it. Oh, bomb that man. Help him. This right. That's all I do. Yo, yo, yo. Keep the rock. Hey, hey, help.
You're like money in the bank.
Shot, shot, shot. Box out. Turn it up. Turn it up.
Get your head into the game.
All done. Next time, man. Next time.
Now, vote for your top play of the week. I'm always looking for the next best thing, so if you want your highlights to be featured in a future episode, then submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTV.
The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this terrific look at the picturesque city of Portland. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the big man...
He sure is. Thanks, David. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's Warren in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. And it's Junior in at the 5. Out to Turner. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Ewing. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Warriors. Lillard with the bucket.
Well, you know the unselfishness and professionalism Trevor Ariza gives you. If there's an open man, he'll find him.
Brogdon against Lillard. Brogdon the pass to Warren. Good work there as it goes.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
McCollum outside. We're about 1 minute into the first. To the middle. Here's Junior. It's good.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Kicks it to Oladipo. Clock at 6. And Ewing with the block.
Oh, how about that hustle from Junior, sitting it back. Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Brogdon outside. Passes to Oladipo. And here's Sabonis. Covered by Lillard. Here's Turner. Portland grabs the miss.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
They get it back. Ewing kicks to McCollum. Pass to Ariza. Here's Anthony. Got it from 16 feet.
Boy, Melo has made a name for himself with his mid-range game, and you can see why right there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the Pacers can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 4. Greg, you look at the career of Victor Oladipo, drafted 2nd overall out of Indiana, but didn't break out in his NBA career until coming to the Pacers. A bit of a late bloomer.
And Kevin, Oladipo's a prime example of some players just needing time. It also shows you how much the right situation helps a player. Oladipo always had the talent. He just found a place to foster.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 5 now.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
You wonder if they're looking to take control of this one early. And when you have more talent, you want to keep the other guys from gaining any confidence.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Pass to Holiday. And he nails the jumper. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. There's the pass to Trent. Here's Rowe. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
First free throw is good. Puts up a 3. Vitadze can't hit. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team's camaraderie.
What we've learned is staying together, staying.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Pacers, they've got Doug McDermott, and it's Holiday in at the small forward. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Mavericks, lit up the floor. He had 16 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. Another outstanding outing, something that's become more and more commonplace for him. Bring it back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter. That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Up top, McConnell. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Vitadze can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Ewing, and Junior throws it down.
And I consider Junior to be a natural athlete. Really impressed with his ability to finish plays.
Holiday, the pass to McDermott. McConnell kicks to Holiday. Down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like John Moran, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Brogdon outside. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Well, you got to keep up. That time, Anthony leaving the defense in the rear view.
Holiday against McCollum. And Holiday kicks to Brogdon. With the teardrop. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And one thing I like about Brogdon is his size. A huge 6'10" wingspan for a guard gives him an advantage in matchups. Lets him finish over smaller defenders as well.
Ariza passes to Junior. Double team on Ewing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Ooh, Junior got the better of that defender right there. Clever up fake.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And Greg, with Brogdon and his size, it allows flexibility on defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, it makes switching on the pick and roll easier with him at top. There isn't a lot of flash to how Brogdon plays on the floor, but you can't deny how impactful he is in all facets.
Back to Brogdon. Launches it. Oh, they'll get another chance. The kick out to Sabonis. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
See, Sabonis continues to hone that three-point shot. He has got the touch and the confidence to let it go from there.
Here's Ewing. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Sabonis. Pacers trail by 6. Brogdon outside. It doesn't go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
And you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammate.
Passes it to Warren. Sabonis, high post. Oladipo finds Brogdon. Just 3 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's the big, strong, physical body of Malcolm Brogdon, able to take the contact and still get a shot off.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw.
And that concludes the first half. Trailblazers lead by 10. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for... And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Ewing in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Outside Warren. Back to Turner. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by Anthony.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. A 12-point game. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Brogdon's got 7 points in the game.
There's so much confidence right now with Malcolm Brogdon. The catch and shoot, so pretty.
And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Collins is checked in. And the Pacers also making a change. McDermott's checked in. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile 1 block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Pass to Lillard. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. Here's Ewing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
You can see how much the defense respects Junior on the interior. This is why he gets that foul called.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Trailblazers have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. First one falls for him. Hood's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Pacers. T.J. McConnell comes in for Domantas Sabonis. He's perfect from the line this time. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that? Or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You've got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. Here's McConnell. 4 on the clock. Great open look there. Holiday's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Ewing inside. Count it. 8 points for him.
Well, Junior's this close to the bucket. You know he's not going to pass up an opportunity.
Pacers trail by 12. Time call here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hood, and Whiteside subbed in for Collins. Then for the Pacers, Miles Turner, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Warren comes in for Justin Holiday, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Aaron Holiday.
Well, so committed to scoring near the cup. T.J. Warren, nice touch.
And T.J. Warren has always been able to score. Gives you production whether he's playing the 3 or the 4.
Greg, the numbers have never been a concern for T.J. Warren. He's always been a solid scorer. He's increased his efficiency. He's leaned a little bit more heavily on the three-point opportunity, which is so important. For him, to me, it's about staying healthy.
Here's Oladipo. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Well, the ability to read the defense. Junior doing a nice job setting the open guy up.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's McConnell, and it's blocked by Whiteside. They get it back. 3 on 3. Here's Trent. Here's Junior, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Indiana.
And you can clearly see Junior is still accustomed to fighting for every inch. Every game, every play, he's out here giving his absolute all and done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Sabonis comes in for McDermott, and Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brogdon the pass to Warren. Six to shoot. The shot from the low post is good. Warren's got his third bucket of the night.
The way Warren controls his body is truly impressive. He's got the frame to absorb it.
Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Here's Ariza. Nurkic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Nurkic has got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 14. From Portland, we're back in a moment. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass.
He's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Pacers also changing it up. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Miles Turner. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. On the court for Indiana, Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis is out there with Doug McDermott, and it's Holiday in at the point. And a wide open look for McCollum. The Pacers pull it in.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Here's Oladipo. Good D by McCollum.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Ariza finds McCollum, and then Ewing with the jam.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Holiday, the pass to McDermott. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Junior.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Ewing, and then Ewing with the jam.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Here's Bitadze. Portland grabs the miss.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there, and we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
And now, here's Hazonia. He's covered by McConnell. Trent passes to Hazanya. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
Hey, good to see you.
Hey, need some help? Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's go.
That's all day, Hassan.
Man, I can't even watch this.
Hey, hit me up.
All right, fellas, let's get to work. Congrats on the win, but we have a lot of work to do if we want to keep it up. Let's stay focused in practice today. Today, I want to focus on our shooting. We can definitely do better than we have been. Let's break down into our shooting drills and get some quality work in.
Focus, focus! What's that? Hey, he can ball, huh? Set up, set up! Give me that! Get that out of here! Who got ball? Hey! Oh, foul! Ah! And one! Go over it! Come on! Good boy, good boy! Yeah, let's go, let's do it! Hey, boy! Yo, watch it! Ball! Hey, ball! Watch out! Hey, help! Hey, get on, yo! Get on, yo! Yo, watch it! Over! Shot up! Hey, he can ball, huh? Screen coming! Yo, set it up! Ball. Hey, ball! Hey, get on it! Get him! Keep firing, Dane! You got it, come on, man. Yeah, let's go, let's do it! Hey! Help him out! Come on, man! That's on you, Hassan. Get forward! Yo, watch it! Hey! Who got ball? Shot! Nice done!
Way to finish strong, guys. Make sure you get some shots up before you get out of here.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Hey, he can ball, huh? Get mine! Hey, grab that board! I see him! Bust down! With the foul! That's all you! Give me that!
Get your mind right.
Next time, man. Next time.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. You're like money in the bank. I can't even watch this.
Hey, hit me up.
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Let's work on that defense today.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, he can ball, huh? Help him out.
Keep it going.
Keep firing, Hassan!
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Hey, help! Mismatch!
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Get your head in the game.
See you later.
wow. I'm the 2KMC. Peace.
Next week, we're bringing you a new series in partnership with Spring Hill Company. It's called...
And a glimpse of the team as they arrive. A well-dressed and well-groomed group. The Houston Rockets making their way off the bus in anticipation of tonight's game. The lights of down. We are nearly ready for the tip-off.
Kevin, thanks very much.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Gordon. And it's Tucker in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Junior. And it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Here's Westbrook. That one wide left. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Jazz in Utah. Lillard misses. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Here's Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
Well, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Inside, Ewing. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Some players don't like to attack the interior. Not the case with Junior. He'll attack anywhere he sees an opening.
For 3, Westbrook drills the three-pointer.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and you can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help. You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And here's McCollum for 3. Here's Junior. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That play from Junior, taking the contact, getting the shot off, that tough Newark mentality.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And with the free throw percentage hovering around 70, he knows he has to bring that up.
That's good from Ewing. Both shots good from the stripe.
And you can clearly see Junior is still accustomed to fighting for every inch. Every game, every play, he's out here giving his absolute all.
Lillard against Westbrook. Shoots over Lillard. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Westbrook's got 5 now.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's Westbrook. It's tipped.
Oh, tremendous reach on the block by Ariza, making a real effort on defense.
Here's Junior. At the elbow, it's Lillard. And here's McCollum for 3. The shot, no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, and sometimes it just comes down to a couple of critical plays which you need to execute in close, ugly games.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Anthony. Rodney Hood subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. McCollum outside. Pass to Hood. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Ewing. Here's Nurkic. And it's rebounded by Covington.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
With the floater, and Ewing with the block.
Great awareness on the defensive end. Junior relishes any chance he gets to rise up and block it.
And then Ewing with the jam.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And the Rockets with possession here. It's a three-point game. Westbrook passes to Green. The dish to Harden. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Harden's got his second basket.
Oh, that's just the confidence Harden has in himself. I mean, ready to fire as soon as he receives the pass.
Stolen by Harden. And it's Houston on the break. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
The pass to Ewing. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And here are the Trailblazers now. Trailing by 2. Drills it from outside.
Well, I love this dish from Junior. Anytime you see a teammate with an easy bucket, you always give him a rock.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Clemens passes to Green. Here's Clemens. Not going to go that time. Excellent defense there from Ewing. 4 seconds left. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this is why you must clog the lanes. Once Junior spots one, he forces you to be aggressive defensively.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers up 2 from Portland. We're back in a moment. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard's range, wow. He discusses with us his deep, deep shot.
When I'm training in the summer.
The team. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Houston with a big group substitution here. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Ewing, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Kept alive. Here's Junior. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Pacers, was terrific. He finished with 14 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. He really played a complete game out there. He just seemed to be in rhythm and always in the right place at the right time. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
It's all about getting into a comfort zone early. When he does that, he can be very difficult to contain the rest of the way.
Portland leading. 18 feet out. And Junior throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
Good intensity from Junior here. Boxes out to win the rebound and goes right back up for the score.
Outside, Green. This is it to Westbrook. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They defeated Indiana in their last.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
They played with energy and communicated well. It made things difficult.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. McCollum against Harden. Trying to get something going.
Well, gotta like seeing McCullough get gritty on defense, using his quickness to throw shooters off.
And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now let's catch up. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. And the Houston Rockets last season going out and getting Robert Covington. Greg, why was that a good fit for this team?
You know, Kevin, his range shooting really unlocked Westbrook's ability to get to the lane. Also, Covington's contract creates some flexibility. One of the best values in the league as far as productivity.
No, the bearded one cannot be intimidated. No matter how much contact Harden takes, he'll still find a way to finish.
Junior kicks to Anthony. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts of maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
Rock solid start for them. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Over Westbrook. And it's Lillard missing. Houston's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Here's Harden. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
A pull-up. The Rockets pull it in. Covington's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout. It's just to try to settle things down.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
And then Ewing with the jam.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Junior really making a difference here.
He's been a thorn.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Rivers. And the basket by Lillard.
And look at that. The touch of Lillard inside. So impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
Clemens passes to McLemore. Now here's Rivers from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Rivers has got the lead up to 5 now for the Rockets.
They're not playing defense with anywhere near the passion they showed in the first half. There's been a big-time drop-off.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. To the paint, here's Caboclo. And that one is hammered home.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. Pass to Trent to the inside. Here's Ewing, and then Ewing with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Clemens, covered by Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Clemens. His 3-pointers off the mark. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Rockets lead by 3. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
I don't have any problem with the jump shots we're taking, but we can be more aggressive going to the basket and then getting that same shot. I'd rather get in the paint once in a while and then kick.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Nurkic, and it's Ewing in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Westbrook dishes to Harden. Puts it up from 17. Westbrook, no good. Trailblazers trail by 3. To the paint, here's Lillard, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You better respect the interior game a little bit. When he gets deep inside, he forces the defense to hit him.
And the first one drops.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
Robert Covington's checked in for Jeff Green. Good on both.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Now Westbrook. And there's the pass to Tucker. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Good work defensively by Lillard.
He struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
Ariza passes to Junior. Ariza against Gordon. Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him. Here's Junior. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Robert Covington picks one up.
Oh, he shows some patience with that pump fake. Junior can beat opponents in a number of different ways.
And he makes the first.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And he can't hit the second.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Westbrook finds Gordon. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Ewing.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
Can't connect from short range.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, he's going to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
And it's McCollum in the corner. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Rockets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. Took him no time at all on that one.
And when Harden gets to cooking, you got to feed him. You got to keep feeding him. He's an excellent rhythm scorer.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And when you think about being fashion forward, Russell Westbrook's fearlessness extends to his game day outfits.
Well, come on, G.A. Russ lives by the motto, why not? I mean, the same reckless abandon we see on the court, yeah, it's reflected in his clothes.
Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Westbrook with it. From deep Harden. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
A lot of damage from three-point range in the first half, but so far in the second, he hasn't done a thing.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the tenacity of Junior's inside play goes right into the defender to get a foul and put the shot up.
The first free throw is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And both free throws good for Junior.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Westbrook surveying the D. Passes it to Harden. Outside Gordon. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Ewing. Portland trailing here. Ariza outside. Pass to McCollum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
McCullough is used to getting hit. Got to respect his ability to draw contact on the way up.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
And the leap McCullough has taken has been remarkable. From little used reserve his first 2 years to star scorer. Are you kidding me?
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Portland. And it's tied up with that one.
Wrong guy to put on the line in the close game. You know he's not going to miss.
Harden up top. He is guarded by McCollum. High, arcing shot, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And for Portland, they're shooting 43% for the game. Ariza outside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Westbrook. A shot by Harden, wide open. And it's Junior with the rebound. Ewing's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Lillard misses. Houston in the lead. Here's Covington. Good D by Ewing.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Ariza dishes to Ewing. And the layup falls. Junior's got it all tied up now for Portland.
No fear from Junior, accepting the big-time responsibility of delivering in the clutch.
Harden can't hit. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, you love how physical Ariza is, just attacking the D and earning the call in the process.
Gets the first, and that gives them the lead.
And during Ariza's career, he has established himself as an effective role player and fantastic outside shooter and a tenacious defender.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a two-point ball game.
Good job, man. When it's this close, the team that wins the free throw battle might win the game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 2. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Junior.
On the offensive boards, he has been a force. Offensive rebounding is all about pursuing the basketball, and he has not stopped that pursuit all night. The second chances he's created have been a big factor.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, the Rockets coach had some words for his team during the timeout. He said, "This is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it." He really is fired up about this game.
Pass to Harden. This one for 3. No good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Lillard looking around. Ewing kicks to Lillard. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Second chance shot. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Oh, you got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 4. 9 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, time is of the essence. Basket and a foul, that's got to be the game plan.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. What an impressive performance.
It's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.